Hello everyone, welcome to Afsara 24/7. Good morning. Um, Today we are talking about ABFM at the next level. That means I'm covering the next level of blended questions or the mixed questions that we are talking about. Today we are covering module A further, right? It's a mix of all different types of questions. Before I proceed further, everyone, please go ahead and share this session among your peers. Don't forget to like the particular session, and the sale is still going on. Hurry up and register yourself, enroll yourself in our courses as early as possible before the 81% sale ends, right? Acha. Share the session, like the session, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet, right? That's the first part. Now this is our victory series, in which I'm covering the blend of different questions from the entire book of Macmillan. The questions are all prepared from the book itself, so you don't have to worry about that. And at the same time, in the examination, they are giving questions from read between the lines, between the portions they are asking the questions. That is something that we'll be covering accordingly, right? So here comes the first question, everyone. Go ahead and answer. What does environmental scanning refer to in context of strategic management, everyone? Environmental scanning. Implementing the policies and procedures, monitoring, evaluating, and disseminating information from the internal and external environment, conducting market research, or developing marketing strategies. What's going to be the answer? When we talk about environmental scanning, now that means you're looking into the environment in deep detail. What exactly is happening in the environment? How do we work in this specific area? That is covered here. है ना? चलिए. Now let's look at the answer. When we talk about this area, we're talking about strategic management. Before we make the strategy, it is very important to scan the environment, to know what is there in the environment which is beneficial for us or which is not. In this area, the correct answer is monitoring, evaluating, and disseminating information from internal and external environment. So looking at the environment altogether, we are monitoring the things, we're trying to evaluate it, and we're looking at dissemination of information. Matlab, we are telling people about the information altogether. Acha, what is the primary focus of SWOT analysis, everyone? SWOT. First of all, what is the meaning of SWOT? What do you mean by the term SWOT analysis? SWOT is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. What is going to be the answer? SWOT analysis. SWOT basically helps you to understand your external environment first. Strength is basically your inner feeling. Weakness is also your inner feeling. है ना? You might be good at something, you might be bad at something. That is strengths and weakness, everyone. Then we have opportunities and threats. Opportunities and threats can be a situation where we talk about the portion where we are talking about the opportunities or the work profile that you can find in future, है ना? That is opportunities. And then we talk about threats. Threats can be defined as a situation where we talk about the dangers that are there in the world today, है ना? That is covered in this area. Done. So in this case, what's going to be the correct answer? In this case, the correct answer is internal factors affecting the organization. We are talking about primary focus. But first of all, you have to understand yourself. Only then you can understand the world, isn't it? It is based upon internal factors. What does opportunity analysis entail in the planning process? Opportunity analysis, planning process, it plays a very important role because once you can see what is there in the future, it is easier to work. Setting objectives for the business, identifying alternative means to achieve the goals, analyzing available opportunities and their future prospects, and developing planning premises. What is the opportunity analysis? It talks about the basic area. Opportunities looking into the ways of achieving the goals. Na? So we are actually looking at analyzing and available opportunities and having future prospects. What are the scopes that where we can exploit the situation and get something out of it? Isn't it very important for the business? It is very important, है ना? So that is covered in this area. ठीक है? चलिए, now let's talk about the next point. The next question is, what is the purpose of developing planning premises? Planning premises means what? Premises doesn't mean the place. Huh? Premises here means the particular basis on which we are working. Okay? So premises can be stated as something in which we are working in a specific manner. In this case, when we talk about the term premises, can we say that the term premises is basically what? The assumptions that we make in the business, because we cannot say everything is stable or we cannot say everything is variable. You know? That is to be covered in this area. Done? Now, when we talk about this specific area there, what is the purpose? To identify alternative means? Nahi. To establish objectives? Nahi. Then to collect the assumptions for future forecasting, that can be the point, because this talks about the term assumptions. To evaluate the alternatives. Evaluation of alternatives is done once you know about the problem and you have made the constructive analysis of it. So technically in this case, the correct answer should be to collect the assumptions. First of all, we need to know what are the things which we are stabilizing for our future. है ना? That is something which we'll cover here. Acha, next pointer. How should the planner assess the alternative methods after identifying them? I'm sorry. What should be the planners assess when we talk about it? Based on political motivations, by using statistical and methods and computers, then by us choosing the most expensive option, or by choosing existing plans. See, expensive option is never the point. You're not buying some clothes which are of good quality, right? Expensive doesn't mean good there. That means in this case, this particular thing is definitely a very vague point to add. Now the point is, political motivation will never be the point which will be helping in achieving the goals, right? BJP and Congress scenarios will never affect a normal business in their normal circumstances. Ultimately, it will affect only when they are looking at the forward views. So there's one point, that is by using your statistical methods and your computers. Which of the following is not a category of internal environment? Physical resources, financial resources, political environment, or human resource. Internal. Political environment is not internal. Something which is happening in the market, something which is affecting the country's elections and everything. That is not something which is in your or mine hand, isn't it? That is political environment. What does the internal analysis equip management with? Knowledge of the external market trends, then strategies to exploit external opportunities, knowledge of the organization's strength, weakness, and competitive advantages, or strategies to mitigate internal weakness. What's going to be the answer? What is the internal analysis equip management with? But then when you look at yourself first, now you are reflecting yourself for the future, what is exactly happening. So that is not something which gives you an insight of your own capabilities, I would say. Knowledge of the organization's strengths, their weaknesses, and their competitive advantages. The knowledge of organization's strength, weaknesses, and because once you understand yourself, you know where you want to work, where you don't want to. है ना? Because the plans are in a better situation, your presentations are in a better situation. What is it? Why are contingency plans often referred to as Plan B? Because they are always in the primary focus. Contingency are basically the ones which have a lot of uncertainty in it. है ना? Because they are a preferred option, they are never the preferred option. Because they serve as the alternative plans if things do not go as per the plan, and because they are designed for minor events. When we talk about the contingency plans, these are the plans which are related to the area of because they serve as the alternative plans if things do not go as planned, because they're plan Bs. Contingency means when there is an uncertainty, then you have to keep something in your mind and in your hands further. Na? So that is covered here. What does the contingency planning involve, everyone? Avoiding all the risks faced by the organization, investing in new equipment to minimize risk, to identify both beneficial and unfavorable events to derail that could derail the strategies, or ignoring low priority risk. What's going to be the answer? Everybody? What's going to be the answer? When we talk about contingency plans, we have just talked about it now. Okay. Now comes, let's end the particular situation altogether. The answer is identifying both the beneficial and unfavorable events that could derail the strategies, because strategy deviations cannot be handled. We did this in the class today itself. Now, you can handle everything, but you can handle the plan being wrong, plan facing issues, but you cannot handle one thing, that is the strategy is going wrong, strategy is having problems. That is too dangerous, and it will always remain that way. Done? Let's move on to the next point. What is assigned to each estimated outcome in decision making under the risk conditions? Objective probability, subjective probability, certain outcome, or that is ambiguous outcome. Ambiguous is basically the confusing outcome, right? Objective is basically objective and subjective relates to the area of subjective is if this thing happens or that thing happens based upon. Certain is basically something which is defined, ki haan predetermined, this will happen. What is assigned to each estimated outcome? Each estimated outcome is basically objective probability. Probability of happening and not happening leading to another level of set of incidences. That is what is they covering in this area, na? है ना? Next point, when is the decision maker in a situation of uncertainty? When information is partially available, when probabilities for various estimated outcomes cannot be assigned, when the decision maker knows exactly what is going to happen, and when the decision is based on evidence. Uncertainty is basically decision maker in terms of uncertainty when there is a problem regarding probabilities, when he cannot assign specific probability to things. This is what will happen and this is what will not happen. Happening and not happening of the event. Now, that is to be covered here. Done? Okay, here comes the next question. Which principle emphasizes the importance of correct identification of issues involved in decision making? Principle of definition, principle of evidence, principle of identity, or principle of accuracy? The principle which emphasizes the decision making. The correct answer is principle of definition. You have to define the problem so correctly that the alternatives can be given in a similar manner. One of the reasons that people really have problems in the examination is because of this reason only. They face issues in this part. When the things are not properly defined, then the alternatives are difficult to find. Done? Okay. What is the principle of evidence emphasized in decision making? Evidence basically gives you a backup ki haan, this is the happening and not happening of the event. है ना? Considering the viewpoints of all the people, correct identification of the issues involved, basing the decisions on evidence rather than the unfounded details, or open-mindedness in considering different viewpoints. The correct answer is basing decisions on evidence. Matlab, evidence is clearly saying that you should have a backup evidence which shows what is exactly happening in the business and what is not happening. है ना? Done? Done, everyone? Okay. Chaliye. Then let's end the session here. But before I end the session, everyone, I hope you have gone through our website, and if you haven't, then hurry up. The particular offer is for a very limited time, है ना? So let's look at it. Go to our website, that is www.adda247.com. Go on to the area of CAIIB June 2024. As soon as you will be reaching here, that is CAIIB Mahapack 2.0, right? This is the perfect time if you're planning to have all the 5 optional subjects in your hand, because what you have decided, or maybe you haven't decided, you want to look at all the options. All of them are available. All the 4 subjects available. English medium bilingual, revision batches available, any other batch that we'll be launching available, previous batches included, mini marathon, mahamarathon included, test series included, ebooks included. What else is left? That is why we call it Mahapack. Every single thing of CIIB, whatever we have added till date and whatever we'll be adding in the future, everything is a part of it. What you need to do is click on the area of Y541, apply it, and you will get a discount of 81%, 6,499, 6,500 rupees only, and you'll get it for 12 months, everyone. So go ahead and check it out on our website and our app for further details, everyone. This is super important that we prepare well for the examination and we get maximum good marks, right? For that, what you need to do is get the correct resources, start preparing right away. You can use the code Y541 and get the maximum discount. So check it out on our website and our app for further details. Plus, like the particular session, share it, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, then please subscribe the same as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye bye.